desserts made in a barbecue. Yeah, sure, let's do that. Making bread pudding taste this good should be illegal. I'm Schuey, and in this video I'm going to show you how to turn hot cross buns into a dessert you can make in your barbecue like this. So just sit back, grab a drink or two and let's get into it. You're here because you want dessert, and not any type of dessert. You want something that's quick and easy to throw together and that you can cook in your barbecue. Firstly, we'll need some bread. But let's make it better. Hot cross buns are being used for this recipe. Actually, choc chip hot cross buns are in order. Chop them in half horizontally, the buns, not you. Or you can try and cut them like that. And then we're just gonna cut them into smaller cubes. Then butter a baking dish and then cram the hot cross bun cubes into it and push that aside. We'll need some custard to pour over our bread to turn it into a bread pudding. So, grab a bowl and put into it the contents of some eggs, some cream, milk, and when I say milk, I don't mean low fat, reduced fat, fat-free, soy, cashew, coconut, almond, lactose-free. I mean full cream milk and some sugar. Whisk the mixture until everything's blended and then pour it all over the hot cross buns. Now you may have to press the bread into the mix to submerge it. Let the bread soak for 30 minutes. Just check on it every now and then and push any pieces down that are resisting your efforts to drown them. Now you can make this the day before to save yourself a bit of time. Just remember to cover it and store it in the fridge if you do. Understandably, milk and cream don't like to be left out overnight. Today I was going to use sheer willpower to cook this recipe, but instead I've opted to use this Z Grill's pellet smoker. It's as easy as adding some pellets. Opening the lid, turning it on to the smoke function, wait for it to start smoking. Once the smoke settles, we can set our target temp of 176 degrees Celsius. And then just closing the lid, and we're going to wait until it comes up to temp. The great thing about using pellet smokers is they don't take long to get to temp, and they're very stable. And once the smoker's at temp, it's time to get the bread pudding in. And placing this on the bottom rack is going to be fine for today's cook. Just close the lid and we're going to set a timer for 45 minutes. Today I'm cooking with a high indirect temp, and all up this cook's only going to take 45 minutes. Or for those of you who love to use my beer timer, you're looking at a 2-beer cook. Cheers! What's bread pudding without cream? It's still bread pudding, but I'd rather have cream on mine. So let's make some butterscotch caramel cream. Add 1 cup of cream to a bowl and then add 4 tablespoons of butterscotch caramel sauce. And beat this like your Mike Tyson in his heyday. Now there's no need to sweeten the cream. The caramel sauce brings enough sweetness to the party, just like me. It's been 45 minutes, so it's time to get the pudding out of the smoker and check it. It should look all puffy, and when stabbing it with a skewer, it should come out nice and clean. And just pop this aside and allow it to cool down for a couple of minutes. Or dig in right now and burn yourself. The choice is yours. To serve, I like to sprinkle icing sugar over the top of the pudding using one of these. Why? Because I'm fancy and I own one. And they work well. And then add a good amount of that butterscotch caramel cream and a little sprinkle of chocolate powder on top. Now some people out there might think this is really bad for you. It's not actually. The cream cancels out all of the sugar. Did you know most people confuse the spelling of dessert and desert? Here's an easy way to remember it is desserts make you fat and deserts are dry. Smoked desserts so moist you'll need a dry martini to wash them down.